Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Rahman, and this episode I wanted to review the Canon EOS M50. So a little bit of background, I picked up the EOS M50 close to a year around Black Friday sales that were going on. I think B&H Photo or Amazon were having some really good deals. And so at the time it was a very affordable price. I believe it was less than a Canon EOS T7i and less than a Canon SL2. So I decided to pick it up. I've heard really good reviews about it. So at the time, Canon didn't really have 4K in a lot of its budget consumer-friendly cameras, and this was kind of one of their first foray into putting 4K video into a smaller mirrorless body like the EOS M50. So here are the few things that you get with the EOS M50. It has a compact camera body, very great for traveling. 10 frames per second in continuous shooting, 143 focus points, and digital video stabilization. A really great feature I love about the EOS M50 is how not only can you control the camera through your mobile device, but you can also control it through the Wi-Fi connection on your camera. So some of the cons that the EOS M50 have, and this has been talked a lot about on YouTube camera reviewers and tech sites, the crop 4K video. I believe it's a huge crop for a APS-C camera. It's a 1.7 times crop, and something on that smaller type sensor really makes it difficult to use the 4K video. So another con about the EOS M50 is a short battery life, lasting about 235 camera shots. It also has very limited ergonomics. Canon is known for having great grips and having ergonomically friendly cameras, and one thing I don't like is how they have the memory card, the battery on the bottom of the camera, particularly if you have a quick release plate and you want to be able to access that card. It just makes it really difficult to get the card out or get the battery out if you want to recharge it. And this is especially considering that the camera has a very limited battery life. It makes it particularly difficult when you need to recharge it again after using it. There are a few ways to get around this, such as having a dummy battery connected to an AC outlet that will, so if you want to use it for a studio camera, you can use that dummy battery converter to set it up and get a longer charge out of it. However, I do wish that it had just had better ergonomics. Another limiting factor is that the EOS M50 uses an EF-M lens mount, which is kind of specific to this camera. The EF-M lenses are great though if you want to specifically use this for like a quick travel camera. They're small, they're tiny. I think Sigma is going to start creating some more lenses for this line of cameras, so that should be exciting if you want to go that route. The only bad thing is that you can't really use the EF-M line of lenses for any other camera. It's kind of like locked down to this line of cameras, so it's feels a little limiting. So when it comes to mirrorless cameras, Canon was pretty late to enter the game. The M50 was one of the first budget cameras from Canon to offer 4K video. However, that came with a 1.7 times crop to the 4K video. So using 4K makes it really difficult unless you have like a super wide angle lenses, or it's just doesn't make it very, compared to other cameras like Sony or Panasonic, it makes it really limiting to use. And in my opinion, it's just a hybrid. It's a hybrid camera. It doesn't really particularly do any one thing well. Most Canons are kind of like that perfect little hybrid between photography and videography. So you're getting just a little budget vlogging or travel camera. Another con that I would like to add for the EOS M50 is that the silent shooting mode is kind of tucked away. It's there, but it's like tucked away in the scene select menu. So you have to go to the scene select, and then you have to, that'll enable the silent mode somewhere buried in there. And this is also the case on the EOS RP, the EOS RP, the silent mode is in the scene selection. The EOS R doesn't have, you could actually choose to have the silent mode for photography when you're just in any other mode. So I always thought this was kind of a weird thing that Canon decided to do. I'm sure it's along their lines of trying to protect the higher end cameras. So yeah, that's another con, but it could be worse. It could not be there. It's kind of weird that I had to like dig into the menu system to find that feature, but yeah, it's another one of the cons. But then again, that's Canon. So in conclusion, I think the EOS M50 is an excellent choice for a vlogging or a travel camera. If you're looking for an affordable entry-level camera on a budget, the EOS M50 is a great choice. If you're looking for a dedicated video camera, I'm going to have to recommend getting something along the lines of Panasonic or Sony, specifically because Panasonic and Sony, they just do video particularly well, and you don't have to deal with that massive crop that they have. However, if you do buy the EOS M50, you're getting all the benefits of Canon cameras, such as dual pixel autofocus and the wide range of camera lenses that they have. So finally, I'd like to say thank you for joining me on today's episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share the channel. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.